at the time this video has been released, Madame Web has actually achieved a $12 million box office on its first weekend, and that is considering the $80 million budget plus advertisement a failure. Well, that is at the domestic box office, but clearly people and overall critics didn't like the movie. But why did this happen? So we are going to analyze all of this, but I guess, and this is my personal opinion and review, one of the main reasons Madame Web failed, among all of the reasons, the script, the poor story, the poor plot, the bad acting, and everything related to this movie. Besides that, and everything that has been pointed out, to me, one of the biggest mistakes of this movie is that this movie actually promised a lot on the trailers, and it failed in the delivery of the story. They promise us a lot of things, a lot of action, basically all of the action that you were waiting for, that you were rooting for. Actually, it has been shown on the trailers, and on the actual movie, it is a different story, well, sort of. So, to make it clear, there will be spoilers. You have been warned. So if you stay, you agree to be spoiled, and if you don't want to be spoiled, then you can go watch the movie and come back. But if you still want to be spoiled without watching the movie, well, you can stay. So this movie is terrible, yes. This all critics, or the most part of them, are right about hating the movie. I think at a certain point the movie has earned all of the things, bad critics that have been released. I feel bad for the actors. I don't think it's not that much their fault, but I believe that actually the script is bad. But as I said before, the movie promises a lot. They promised us to see the three girls and Madame Web, Cassandra Webb, with their costumes, and actually the only time that we see all of them on their costumes are like 30 seconds maybe, literally, and you already saw that at the trailers, and that is a foreshadowing, like a dream, future reality, that the evil guy that is looking for them to take them out of the game, to say something nice, well, actually it is being portrayed. So you already saw that. You already saw the costumes, the action scenes. Basically, that's it. And I mean, it would have been amazing because they have great costumes. For example, this girl has amazing spider legs. Like, do you remember when Spider-Man had those type of armor built by Tony at the MCU with spider legs and mechanical stuff. Well, there's a similar thing about it, and it looks so cool. But it is a shame that we couldn't see that on the actual film. So this is kind of like an origin story, but like an pre-origin story, like the story before the origin story. So I'm going to compare these. For example, let's make a bad comparison, but something that can illustrate what I'm saying. So let's guess that on the thumbnail of this video I say interview with Sydney Sweeney and Dakota Johnson, and on the actual video I tell you, okay, so we have a plan to interview Sydney Sweeney and Dakota Johnson in the future. You know what I mean? So that is what this movie does. They promise you something in the future. They don't actually give you what they promise you in the first place. The expectations were high and the deliveries were so low. No wonder why most part of the audience and the critics are so angry with the production of this movie. I don't blame them. I mean, look at this costume. I think Julia Carpenter looks great. And look at this next, this is the villain actually. But what I mean, and also the villain in this movie is kind of like a weak character. He's evil, but why is he evil? We don't know. And at the beginning of the movie, well, Cassandra Webb's mom goes to Peru to find a spider that has a toxin that can help her with her pregnancy, because Cassandra apparently has an illness that can only be cured with that toxin. He basically is helped by the villain, who only seeks for the spider toxin and, well, basically tries to erase from the earth to Cassandra's mom. This one, she actually, both of them are at this picture. And well, the spider people who lives up the jungle and have powers due to the spider toxin saves Cassandra's mom, and then, well, they help her to give birth to Cassandra. Then actually, Cassandra's mom passes away, and then at the end, Cassandra becomes paramedic, and then she works with supposedly Ben Parker, and they show or portray that Ben's sister is Peter Parker's mom, but they never say anything like clear, but we all know that that is the case. You know, this is so frustrating because it would have been so interesting to have this focused mainly on Peter Parker's birth, and the evil guy tries to, erase Peter Parker or something like that, and the three girls with Cassandra Webb, Madame Webb help, they actually avoid this to happen, but that never happens. That would have been a more interesting plot. However, they decided to go with the bad plots, with the awful story, and I don't know why, but this movie just frustrates me a lot. Anyways, I don't know if you feel frustrated. Well, we share the same feeling, But the thing is, this is a pre-origin story. I didn't know this thing actually was a thing. Imagine that, a pre-origin story, the story before the actual story. So what times are we living in? I don't know if the producers actually thought that this will be a great profitable franchise in the future, so that's why they decided to do that. But it was an awful decision. And well, to be honest with you, I guess the Peter Parker situation will have been more interested. This is how I feel right now with the movie. They just okay, so it is a box office failure so far. I don't think it's gonna, I guess it will be lucky to get to the $100 million at the US box office. Maybe with the international box office it will go up, but I don't know if this will be even. If this is going to break even on the financial stuff. But anyway, what do you think about this movie? Have you watched this movie? Do you plan to watch this movie after all of these terrible but deserved things that have been told about this movie? What do you think about all of this? Share your thoughts down below. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button. I'm Paul. This was Billy Fandom. I hope you can still watch my other videos. See you the next time. Bye.